Hey, you chickadees, I'm Lay Rooster, and you're in the hen house. A quick update video to talk about the 4th anniversary in Star Trek Fleet Command. It's pretty exciting. They've been teasing us with 3 days of some gifts, and most people have been saying, meh, these are pretty lackluster. However, there was some hinting and intimation that it was going to be much better today. And the truth is, it is. Let's look at the messaging first, and let me bring that up. Kapow! There it is. Message from newest community member Beck. Beck likes plants as well, I'm sure, from Eco, but also from Scopely. Greetings, Commanders, right? Happy 4th, okay? They're saying we celebrated the milestones for all the years. Big finale. We had a special reward. Unlock a full officer of your choice. I'm sorry, what? Yes, a full officer of your choice for this 4-year anniversary. So they're noting that the updates with the anniversary trivia event that's going on right now. So they did give us a bunch of 5,000 extra tokens to make sure that everybody has the unlock that they need, even if they have trouble with the trivia events. Some of these trivia events aren't that easy if you don't have a helpful alliance or you don't have time to Google and that kind of thing. So it's nice. I have a helpful alliance and I sometimes have time to Google. But anyway, so there are nice trivia events. I'm going to be working on them on stream after this. And let me know about you. But they're talking about you might have a little bit of extra currency, but that's intended. Don't worry about it. But it says today it unlocks a full pull of a rare officer for Ops 10 through 19. So shout out for them supporting levels 10 through 19, who often don't always get stuff. So they're going to get a full pull of a rare. That is good. And a full pull of an epic, let me say epic officer for those Ops 20 plus. You just got to be 20 and you get an epic officer unlock of your choice. They're mentioning take a look at the choices in the event store. We'll look at that. I also want to point out, too, before we forget about this, when they talk about the espionage event down below, it says the limits for the cosmetic refits like the salvaged Augur, Enterprise, and D4, which are good boosts to those epic ships, as well as the gold Cardassian disruptors. They always had little limits in the store that's been coming on. They're going to lift those limits for the rest of the espionage event store in December. So those of you who are thinking maybe you missed out or haven't had a chance to cash in are going to be able to cash in more on those. That's a good thing, too, because in all truth, with the espionage event, we'll probably talk about this in other videos. It was so poorly explained over the course of particularly the first 2 months that it was hard for people to know what to do, whether you're holding on to things or whether to spend. Content creators have got the message out to try to help correct that, but things got off to a fumble. Certainly, we want to say getting a free epic officer is a good thing, and of course, also with our banner, your treasury may be full kind of issues. The 40 days of getting the epic loot reward, I call it the allowance pack. Pulls as a bonus is a real positive way to compensate us. So that plus this epic officer unlock, those are really good things to kind of build some good positive feedback with the community and help us to feel better about bearing with Scopely on some of the things that have been very frustrating. Please fix the Actian Apex hostiles. Please. The love of all that's holy and good. Please fix that. All right. Anyway, let's move on and look at this further. More kapow. All right, here we are. So we can look in the game and look at the events over here on my screen. So we have the Star Trek Fleet Command 4th edition, 4th anniversary event. And you'll see I have to get in here and try these out so you can see trivia questions they're going to build to give us the other points for the tokens to spend in the store. So I'm going to look forward to doing that probably on stream in about an hour. So anyway, we'll go in here. But if we go into the event store, we'll start to see the anniversary officers. And lo and behold, yes, we start seeing good stuff. I see right off the bat Riker and Jayla. And, there's 10 of 11. Honestly, everybody in here is good. Now, they're all of varying quality. They're all epic quality. But it really depends. Remember, this is for levels 20, Ops 20 and above. So some of these people are going to be more appealing to you than others. And in all truth, the sourcing for some of these is maybe not yet available for you, depending on where you are in your ops, where you are in some of the special mechanics for some of these people. That's going to bear in mind, like Honor Guard Worf, you can get him with the amalgam in the amalgam refinery very slowly. But if you don't have an amalgam or don't have an amalgam yet, you're not getting much Honor Guard Worf. So he may be more appealing in that regard at that time. Now, Gary Mitchell, stay psionic and stay in the basement on away teams, please. But different people like that you have to look at. Now, James T. Kirk, again, he's a mainstay of the original game. He's available easily with your Federation credits and your regular pulls. And of course, you can get him in transporter patterns once you move to that. So Kirk's going to be easy. But if you're low 20s, unlocking Kirk and rounding out your morale crew may be more important to you than working on someone else. For me, I saw Jayla, and if looking at her, she's been one that I've been talking about chasing for a while. I actually just unlocked her in the last couple of weeks or so, and she's more of a niche officer. So, but when you're needing her, that is a real appeal, and she has been difficult to get ever since the Duality Arc store. So, props to having her here. Riker, also a really good Armada officer if you don't have him, for adding in that different Armada abilities. A lot of these folks have special uses. I use, we call them Skinny Mud, Tweaker Mud. I use them all the time to kill heavy traders in the capital traders. 10 of 11 is a mainstay for me on away teams as well as for some mining. Tendi actually gets used for me every day. And again, that is, you're getting that through the lower decks pull. In your Cerritos. So if you're not at the Cerritos level, Tendi may be an extra good pull for you, and so you have to look at that. Just different ones. TOS Kirk comes into play. Quark, I get a lot of use out of him. I mean, these are all good, but they're all good to different purposes. With Sela and some of the cloaking issues. Not the one I would go for, but not bad, and especially if that's who you're working on. Please don't work on Gary Mitchell. Khan, of course. The longer you've been doing Swarm Sunday, the less you need to yell Khan in that way. But some people are going to be looking for Geordi, Honor Guard. Again, Alexander Marcus is going to be pretty easy to get. Lorca, though, if you don't have the Discovery refit, he's not in your regular Discovery pulls, so he's a lot harder. And people regularly use Lorca. They're always saying add Lorca to it. You're going to have to look at what you need. 3 of 11 is wonderful for mining. She changed my world in mining when I added her, and I didn't realize just how much better she is than T'Pring. It's just like, we are the Borg, we are better. Carol. But 11 of 11, he's one I don't even have unlocked yet, although he's not going to be the one I prioritize here. Giorgio, of course, helpful, and Deanna can be useful. And Gorkon, again, easy ones. TOS Spock is now available in the transporter patterns, so less of an issue. Christopher Pike, this is somebody who I use every day, and some people have trouble getting him. It might be a game changer depending on your lower level to unlock him. Less so Burnham, but she has her uses, and some of this is going to depend on who you have unlocked, also who you're close to unlocking. There's Grush, again, 6 of 11, really useful in later Armadas quite a bit, part of the basic go-to Armada loadout. Data, I don't have him unlocked. People are always talking about, we have no data sourcing. And they're not talking about mining data. Here we are. But so he's here and available. Mariner, you can see all these different people. 5 of 11, who is just a mainstay. Rom for your base cracking and incursion work. So if you're more into that gives you a way to get him, and he's not the easiest to get. Fat Mud, etc. So lots of things to pick here. I don't have access to the rares. Wait 1 second here. Kapow! Here we are. I was thinking I don't have that event or don't have the access to check the rares, but I do. I can check the rares because I have my Forever 14 account. So since this Scopely is kindly giving us things from level 10s through 19, I should get a rare officer pull that I can work on. One of the reasons I don't play this Forever 14 that much, and I use it mainly for making videos and kind of showing people things instructionally on the Twitch, to check out the links below for, is that we never get anything at 14 and it's no fun. So that's what it always feels like to me, since I'm stuck there. By choice, I guess. But here, let's go my anniversary officers. Okay, and let's let them load up. So, Saru. But Moreau, if you need for that Pike, just like talking about Pike, if you're working on that, pretty useful. T'Pring as well, very important for getting her there. And Yuki can be important. Kath is actually extremely difficult to source, so that's useful. DuPont, 7 later. Carolette Beverly Crusher crushes it, I have to say, and is really somewhat underappreciated. and of course Spock. But being able to get a full pull of your choice and having so many good officers for different purposes here really allows that you can focus on someone that you don't have, that you're working on, that you're close to, or you think it'll make the difference for you. Again, you're getting a full pull. And okay, back to the normal one. So if I just look at Jayla here, again, the idea is we're going to have 10,000 credits, like it says below. I've only got 5 yet for the moment. And you're going to get a full pull. So that's going to be 130 shards of Jayla if you choose to pull on Jayla. So it's not even as much of, well, I'm about to get her. Maybe if I'm 1 or 2 shards away from Jayla or 10, I'm just going to say, let me use that full unlock on someone else who I'm further away on. Or you say, let me just advance that further so I can get tiering up on the officers. Anyway, there's a lot of good officers here. And like I said, some of these maybe not, but maybe RNG has not been friendly to you. Maybe when you started, the sourcing of the officers has changed and somebody is a stumbling block for you. So this is really giving us an option. And I really want to say thank you to Scopely for the amount of choice that we have here. Although I think there are definitely some wrong choices in here. Gary Marshall, Carol Marcus. I didn't say that. But work on those and be able to pick things. There's a lot of choices here. Obviously, the big thing is Jean-Luc Picard is missing. Hopefully, we'll see him in the end of the story arc in December event store. That would be a real miss if he's not. But a lot of these people like Jayla, Riker are people who we've expected. I know I've expected to see in previous arc store or end of arc event stores, and they've sometimes been missing, and that has felt like dirty pool. So good on you, Scopely, for trying to make good. Let me know what officers you found happy about, who you've prioritized, and who you're using your pulls on. And make sure you like and subscribe, and come on down to the Twitch and check us out when we're doing the live streams. Anyway, y'all take care, and cock-a-doodle-doo.